All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you hearing us? Let us know. Make sure everything's working.
It's not working. Nobody's listening. One of the two.
It takes a little while for the
Oh, really?
comments to come through.
There we go.
Trevor Abernathy, Caleb Kester. Did I pronounce that Caleb Kester or Coaster? I assume it's Kester. Looks like Kester. We do have the head-to-head cast matchups for tonight. Kester, yes, sir. I pride myself in my name pronunciation, Wade.
What about mine?
I can pronounce yours. I can't spell it.
It's Graskowitz.
Is it Graskowitz?
Graskowitz.
No Grash?
No.
Graskowitz. Yours is miserable to spell. I bet coming up through elementary school, you were mad.
Yeah, they taught me early. Mom did.
Oh, Brody Julian says the goose is loose. Indeed, it is. William Britt, Christy McHughes. Good to see you folks on here. We do have the cast matchups for you. This is a top six. It is going to be interesting. And we're not going to be on here long this trip. Next one we have will be a long one. That'll be go get the camera that don't heat up and shut down after 2 hours and all that stuff. We have walk-alongs going along in the finals. Donnie Stevens did say weed. I agree. Dustin Couch. A lot of people said Fame. A lot of people said Goose. We may owe people a lot of hats because the very first round I said if you pick the winner, we'll send you a free Joy hat. I didn't ask Wade.
No,
I just threw it out there. And so we had some Goose. We had some Fame. We had some Dual Murphy and Crash, and we had some with weed. But I think they took weed. Yeah, it was mostly weed and goose. There wasn't very many baby tank. So yeah, there was a few where we were. Alan Smith says Hooker. About Hooker, Doug Hebner is back behind her tonight. Doug lost late last night or early last night, and he's taken over Hooker for Ryan Krausen. Ryan Krausen headed back to um, Oklahoma. Johnny Stott says, just put my hat in the mail now. So, yeah. Who didn't somebody take? I don't think anybody took Joe. I don't think anybody took Hobo. And not many took Hooker, if any. But we did have a lot of Crash, a lot of Goose. No, Seth, forget no one took Bonnie. You are correct. And those people were smart. Let's go through the matchups real quick. They are all head to head. There are 6 dogs left. We have in cast 1. It's going to be somebody's going to get loose some hats here because it is Heather Island crashing out and Dual Murphy versus world champion Thunderbirds Black Goose Dustin Heat. So one of those dogs aren't going to make it. Goose and Crash, they did draw each other there in cast 1. In cast 2, there's some other people going to get lost or get beat here. Fame and Hooker, they draw each other. That's going to be a good cast right there. We got Frogger Stylish Fame, Elijah Leverett, and Tank's Best Hooker. That is Doug Hebner. In cast 3, it is Rodeo's Joe, Greg Maynard, and Hard Times Hobo Jeff Ricklin. What do you think of that cast? I haven't hunted with Joe.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I haven't even hunted with Joe.
They weren't happy when Weed and Doodle drew.
Yeah,
they were not. Wow. A lot of friends in this top 6.
Yeah. No, all these guys.
Friends on friends.
As a matter of fact, I ate lunch with Maynard, Doug, and Dual. We all went out and ate lunch together. Them guys are sitting around.
Well, yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we had Doug and duel, what, 3 weeks ago?
Yep. Yep. And, Lane Leverett, here's Elijah in,
Yeah.
top 6.
There's
That's got to be a very cool, good feeling for Lane to see his son do that with fame. Yeah, Billy, I don't know if it's hard to make fame a dark horse, no matter who's behind him, because that is a really good coon dog.
He's been hot. He's been
Yes.
not just barely
Yeah.
squeaking through with 175 and 150. He's
No, he's treated 2,
4
3.
and 5,
Yeah.
600 points.
He's treated 2 or 3 coons every cast.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any minus on any of his cards or anything like that. But a lot of these dogs have been the same way. Joe's been the same way. Hobo's been the same way. Hooker's been the same way. Crash has been the same way. Goose has been the same way. All these dogs have done really well every cast that they've been in so far. So Johnny Stout says Goose and Fame and Hobo. Good picks. Alan Smith says Hobo, Goose, and Hooker. I think I've got Joe, Fame, and Crash.
Somebody told me it was in the cast with.
Oh, you owe me
Duel
2
last
steaks, by the way.
Do I really?
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. Double or nothing tonight. Then.
All right, double or nothing tonight. We went through them in the late deal tonight, and I seen what I picked. Yeah, Mike Polkey. Every dog and handler is definitely tough. And you talk about the regular guys going up against the pros, but you look at it, and there's nothing but pros left. Eli, maybe, but it ain't like Eli hasn't won a pile too.
Exactly.
Eli's won his fair share as well. So yeah, that's what we got. Here's what we're gonna do tonight. They're getting ready to take pictures. Christy's over there trying to move dog food sacks that weigh more than her, making all kinds of racket. But they're gonna take the pictures. We're gonna get them out, all that stuff. Probably, I don't know, 8 o'clock tonight. I'm guessing 8:30 by the time everybody gets turned loose. Maybe even a little later. It's going to rain at 4 in the morning.
So you're gonna push them.
Yeah.
Get them out early. All right.
We'll see. That never works. I say that never works. We're all just going to get wet. So yeah, storm coming in at 4 a.m. So they say they're going to try to get them out fairly early. But it'll probably be because I like every cast to be underway before I go live. That way it keeps everything down to a minimum. We're not having a lot of dead time. Luckily, I think with just 2 dogs in each cast, everything will go pretty quickly. I'm hoping. And so it'll probably be 8:30, 8:30. We'll be live with all the semifinal updates here, getting text to me. And then, are you walking along on a cast?
I think I'm going to.
Okay, you going to go with duel and weave?
Tough one not to walk along.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to.
Well, then you got Crash and Goose. That'd be a good one. You've seen both of them go. No, you ain't hunting with Goose.
Never have.
Yeah, you
Always
ain't hunting
wanted
with Goose.
to. Never have.
Yeah. You've seen Hooker go. Not Fame. Have you hunted with Hobo yet? See, I haven't hunted. I've only hunted with Hobo a couple times, but I've never hunted with Joe. That'd be a good cast to go on too. So yeah, Donnie Stevens says Goose, Hooker, and Joe. I really think, and I'm not. It's just so hard for a dog to repeat at this World Hunt. It's never been done back to back. One dog has only won the World Hunt twice. That was Luckett's dog.
Right.
Duke. So I don't know.
He won several years later.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 3 or 4 years after the first one, but nobody has ever repeated in this hunt. That Goose is a good-looking sucker, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
Goose is a great big old strapping dog. Got feet on him like a Clydesdale. Don't mind us, folks. We're over here looking at the pictures. Matter of fact,
Turns around.
Goose also don't like his picture getting taken. Weed over there trying to keep him under control. I'm gonna move that malt bucket. You would think, as many pictures as Goose has taken, that he would get used to it, but he's like that in every picture. Another one that was like that was Apollo. Apollo don't have a mean bone in his body. Never would fight on a tree. He wouldn't fight over a food bowl. You line that dog up in the pictures, he acts like he wants to eat everything.
Oh, I didn't hear him growling.
Oh yeah.
I didn't hear him growling.
So who we got next? I see Fame.
Good looking dog too.
Yeah. Waiting on Doug and Hooker. There they come.
He's a dandy, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. There you see Fame and Hooker. I like Hooker's looks. Ain't much on a white dog, but her white's pretty white.
Who would have thought from 3 weeks ago?
Oh yeah,
Hooker is
that
here.
just goes to show you.
From
Just goes to
super
show you.
hunt to this.
Yep. She went from not making any trees to making 3 slick trees. So I don't think she's drawn a single minus and had anything but plus points all week.
No, she hasn't.
Here comes Hobo and Rodeo's Joe. Joe's a good looking dog too.
Yeah, he is. You're live. You're live. You're live, Maynard.
We do have one senior cast in the semifinals. That is Greg Maynard and Jeff Rickless. Hobo's cock of the walk too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Jacob Morgan. They must have heard them bragging on Ruby. Hooker said, "Don't forget about me."
Really, I wish they'd hunt him 2 hours, 2 hours, and 2 hours, and I'd like to walk on all 3 of those.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hunt the finals tomorrow night.
Yeah. From a coverage standpoint, that'd be great. From a Josh being gone too long standpoint, that would not be great. Good luck tonight, Jeff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The pictures are done. We will be back on here around 8:30. You can see. There ain't much going on.
There ain't nobody here.
Nope. Everybody's going to stand around. Everybody's going to visit. And these handlers and dogs and stuff are just going to relax for a few hours until they go decide who's going to be the world champion. I believe Hobo is 7. I think Hobo is 7.
He didn't look 7.
No, you don't. So anyway, that's it. We will wrap this up. We will be back on here around 8:30, somewhere around in there for the semifinal play-by-play, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure and share when we go live for the semifinals, go live for the finals. Make sure and share that around so everybody knows what's going on. We're just going to hang out here until everything gets started and get everything ready. So that's it. We'll see you guys here in a few hours, and thanks for joining us.
Josh, you suck.
Don't do that shit, Carl, in the middle.